Oh, Matt. Old bratty Matty. Matt in the Hat. The Matterhorn. Matt Daymat. Matcher in the Rye. My Singing Matsters. Matt Man and Robin, directed by Joel Schumacher. Zaboomastew and the Matt Brothers. So much to do, so much to see, so what's wrong with taking the Matt streets?
What are you talking about, Eric?
Do you remember the time where you came walking into the studio and you tripped over that cable, and for like a week, everybody called you Old Tripsy Turnovers?
That never happened. Safety is a main priority here at Big Blue Bubble, and there are no loose cables to trip upon. That never happened.
Oh, and there was that time in high school where a stink bomb went off, and everyone thought the smell came from you. And so for the rest of the year, everyone called you Sir Stinky Wellington.
Eric, you and I didn't even go to high school together. I met you when you started working at Big Blue Bubble.
And there's the time that Michael, yourself, and I, we were all in the sandbox. We were playing with our toy cars, and our monster truck kept crushing your toys. And you were very upset. You ran away very upset. And so we started calling you Little Trucky Cry Cry.
Yeah, that was just last week. What of it?
Yeah. You okay, Trucky?
Yeah. Bet I could just probably, do with a nap or a juice box or something. And Happy Monstering! Hi, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of My Singing Monsters Live, your one-stop shop for everything to do with My Singing Monsters. I am Monster-handelr Matt.
I am Monster-handelr Eric, and boy...
I should have introduced myself perhaps as any number of the nicknames that you have given me over the years.
Oh, yes.
I should have said I'm Monster-handelr Old Bratty Matty.
Yeah, well,
I liked that one.
That's a classic. You know, Michael and I actually gave you another one because I don't know if you noticed, but Michael and I today, we're both wearing our flannel shirts.
Yes.
Yes. Because it is Flannel Friday, as everyone should know.
Yes.
But you seem
is it like the Flannel Friday?
No, every Friday's Flannel Friday.
And
that's too many
Michael,
Fridays.
would you like to give the name that we came up with?
I forget it. I already forgot.
I believe it was Missing Out Maddie. That's okay. Now we're all here. We're together. We're gonna have a great time.
I can have some sort of vicarious flannel off of you, perhaps.
That's right.
Okay, well,
if I just get my arm around you the entire episode,
it'll sort of look like I have some flannel. So today's episode, if you haven't figured it out already, is all about nicknames. So we're going to be discussing those as they pertain to the world of My Singing Monsters. But first things first, you've got a couple of orders of business that start out every episode of My Singing Monsters Live.
That's right.
That is, of course, to make sure that we award our subscriber giveaway. Now, this is something that we do every single episode here on My Singing Monsters Live, and to be eligible, you need to be a subscriber to our Twitch channel, Big Blue Bubble TV, here on twitch.tv, and we really appreciate all those people who have subscribed. It's a great way to support
Thank you so much.
My Singing Monsters Live, and the great thing about this giveaway is that you don't even need to be watching the stream today.
Always enter.
In order to be eligible, you're always a part of this draw.
That's right. So, without further ado, would you like to announce the winner of the subscriber giveaway?
I would love to. Today's winner.
The prize, first of all.
Oh, right. Yes.
Chocolate fountain.
Yes, the chocolate fountain.
The chocolate.
Important to get the right number of syllables out there. Not like a chocolate fountain. It's a chocolate.
I call it a chocolate fountain as a nickname.
Oh, I see. Oh, very clever. There's the theme of nicknames will pervade everything to do with this episode. But
everything I mispronounce will be a nickname.
Will be a nickname. But the winner of the chocolate fountain is Potawatomi MSM.
Hey, congratulations!
Congratulations.
Now, if you happen to not be Potawatomi MSM, do not fret, because there will be another giveaway for everyone who's watching. And in the chat today, I believe it's !raffle is still the way to enter.
That's right.
It's been a week since I've been here. Everything could have changed. I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure that is still the way we do it. And the prize for today's giveaway is an Epic Fwog.
Whoa, that's a very recent discovery.
Yes, it is. As recent as just this past Wednesday. And you know what? A perfect epic to be discovered during the season of love, because, of course, it, like its common and rare cousins, is a die-hard romantic. All it wants to do is snuggle up with other monsters, the strength of its snuggles, and a mean high 4. Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, we'll workshop that later.
We'll work on that a little further.
Yeah.
Of course, we will be asking questions of yourself from the fans, we will be playing Stumped. And we will also be playing an activity to do with nicknames. But we'll leave it at that for now.
Okay, we'll get to that a little later.
And of course, Monsterpiece Spotlight, because we have to. There's so
it's
many good
something
monster
that we
pieces
do.
that
There's,
come
there's
in.
lots to show off.
It's
this
something
week.
we do. We have to do.
It's a thing.
Okay, let's get right into nicknames here, because
Wait.
I know there's a lot to talk about. Oh!
Oh, look who it is. It's monster-handelr Michael, appearing from beyond,
From Air Island.
apparently.
There are some things you were forgetting.
What are we forgetting?
2 things.
Let's go.
One, you left out another big thing we're doing today.
How could we forget?
We're announcing who the winners were
of
for
our
the
Epic
Schmoochle
Schmoochle Nickname
Nickname
Contest.
Do we have to do that? I don't think people want to see that.
Oh,
I
you
don't
fool!
think
You fool!
You
You fool! Yes, probably the majority
Yes,
of you are tuning
very
in to find out
important.
whether or not you were among the winners, the 10 winners that were carefully selected from over 3,000 entries. I'm not,
There was
I
a
was
lot of
north of that. It
entries.
might have been closer to 4.
Yeah.
4,000 entries.
I can't
So
believe we forgot that. We're both old fools.
Yeah.
we're all fools. Thank you,
Stoned.
Michael, for the reminder.
Double
But that's
stoned.
not all.
But that's not all.
There's some more-
There's still one more
What
thing
else
that we
is there?
forgot.
One more thing. I also wanted to shout out to Potawatomi again
Yes.
for being the current top cheer of the month.
Wow,
With 205.
thank you.
So thank you.
We appreciate the support.
Now, Matthew Stewart, I don't know, or Matt. I don't know if
Another
you're,
nickname.
Good thing
I
I
don't know if you're caught up on this, but
Just say up my social insurance number as well if you could while you're at it.
but we were gonna drip feed the winners as throughout the show.
I'm not familiar with that terminology.
Let me explain
Drip
this to you.
feed, yes.
As-
we, can
as
also
opposed
get,
to-
we can also get the flannel in here.
The flannel here.
Yeah, okay.
You want to just link?
So
No.
so we're gonna announce them throughout the show instead of
Yes.
one big thing at the end.
One
so
big burst.
before we start in,
What? Shall we say the
I think we
first?
have to.
I think that's a great idea.
and
So they'll
I'll-
be trickled throughout.
That's
I
right.
can announce this one.
And these are not in any particular order, to be clear.
Yes.
These are just, I believe, 10 winners.
10 winners,
winners.
of the Epic Schmoochle Nickname Contest.
That's right.
That will be in-game and the official nicknames of the Epic Schmoochle.
That's
So,
very exciting.
Michael, since we were remiss in remembering to say that, I think it's only appropriate that you announce the first winner.
You have the floor.
Yes.
I will be announcing one that I specifically fought for,
Oh.
and that is Rachel and Ross.
Oh.
The Katarina Cup.
Congratulations.
That's the
Congratulations.
first one.
Very
I wonder what
first.
that's a reference to.
I
Oh,
wonder
who
what it is.
knows?
Having only watched
Hmm.
Seinfeld and Frasier in my youth, I
Ross.
have no idea.
What could
that's-
Ross be?
Ross.
I don't know.
Ross. I don't know. But congratulations, Katarina. You are the first of 10.
An excellent nickname.
Announced here. Yes.
Excellent.
That'll
Now,
be in game.
maybe you can shed some light on some other interesting facts about nicknames within the
You
Monster
betcha.
Monsters
You
world.
betcha I will. So
What
I
do you got in that
I brought
bag?
along my special satchel.
Your satchel. My apologies.
I broke open here.
My nickname for your satchel is your bag.
Yes. You and you're really committing to the theme, aren't you?
Always.
Yes, I know. It can never be doubted that Monster-handelr Eric really buys into a particular theme of a given episode of My Singing Monsters Live. So, many of you will recognize this as Dr. Wardney Spurrett's journal, which I have continued to add to.
Which seems a little presumptive. It was his journal and you're just going to add your own entry?
I'm hoping
I-
that it will one day exist as a definitive tome
Yes.
on all things
It's
to
becoming
do
more of a library.
with
of
my
sorts.
exactly. So, a couple of things that I thought were worthy of sharing when it came time to talk about nicknames were that nickname contests were actually among the very first community contests that were ever run
Oh.
in My Singing Monsters. Back in 2012, the ancient year of 2012, when My Singing Monsters first was released, there was a community of online players that gathered on the Mojo Farm forum.
Oh.
And on that forum were where we interfaced with fans and came up with the idea to do these Name the Monster contests, that's I believe what they were called at the time. And they were nickname contests where you could add a given name to the list, the pre-generated list of in-game. So you may have heard me before say auto names.
Right.
This is sort of like our internal word that we use from a coding standpoint when we're preparing the list and the data and all that stuff that goes in.
Of course.
But more colloquially, the nickname for auto names is nicknames. That's the argotic use. I love that word.
Ooh, argotic.
Argotic.
That's the word of the day.
That's the word of the day, argotic. This episode brought to you by Argotic. And also all of our fans. But, so those were among the first. And I believe monster-handelr Sydney, who's in the chat, everyone say hi, Sydney. Who's in the chat today, actually has a link to the particular thread where all of those winners were collected. And I'll be revisiting one of them specifically later because it pertains to what I want to talk about today about nicknames.
Now, to be clear, that contest is over.
Oh yes,
You should not be entering the link.
many years over at this point. Almost 6.5 years. Which, I mean, in geological time, just a blip.
Just a blip.
But in the lifespan of a locust, actually, I don't know how locusts.
Say a locust?
You're like locust.
I don't know how long locusts live, so I truthfully can't continue that
Stumped.
statement accurately. Excuse you. All right. So the other thing that I wanted to, one of the other things that I wanted to mention about nicknames is that we often get to use names that didn't get selected as the final species name of a monster, and those get to live on as some of the nicknames that appear in My Singing Monsters.
Very cool.
And also Dawn of Fire as well. So, if ever you are curious about something to do with the creative process of how we name monsters, you can take a look and see. Several of the nicknames in-game are a reflection of that creative narrowing down until we finally decide on the final specific species name, and then it's smooth sailing from there on out.
Awesome.
The other thing about nicknames is that when we're coming up with them, if they don't fall into either of the categories that I've already mentioned, they typically reveal something about the monster's appearance, sound, the inspiration for their design, or their personality. And I have a couple of examples here, and also possibly references to pop culture.
Sometimes they sneak in.
Sometimes they get in there.
You try to
Like
lock
the
all the
first
doors, but sometimes they slip under.
Like the first one. Exactly, like the first of our Epic Schmoochle winners. So I collected a short list here of a few of my favorite examples of nicknames that sort of illustrate a couple of the points that I made earlier. And I have one exciting fact right at the end that I think the community will find interesting.
Now, I'm hesitant to ask, but
Yes?
would you like to share these favorites that you picked?
I would love to share these
great.
favorites.
Because this would be a very short segment if you didn't.
And that's what I'm going to do now.
Okay.
So, let's take a look at monster. It's actually at the very top of our list in code. Not the first monster in game, but
Okay.
the top of the list in code. The Tweedle. The Tweedle. The core monster for the element of air. Some of the auto names, you'll hear me say that, so forgive me. Some of the auto names / nicknames that are in there that help allude to things about the monster are flits. As in that it flits about. That's F-L-I-T-Z or Z.
Very nice.
There's perps, an acknowledgement of course, the coloration of its plumage. And did ya hear? That's D-I-D-D-J-A-H-E-A-R. Like,
wow.
Did you hear? And that was actually one of the Mojo Farm winner entries that made it into the official list of Tweedle nicknames. And that, of course, is a reference to the fact that the Tweedle is a very gossipy monster and likes to be on top of all the news of a given island, and that it goes, did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear? Something like that, exactly. So,
Very fun to do.
yes. I've got several more examples. For the rare thumpies, several of those are real-world references to very famous pairings.
Oh.
And they're one of the few monsters that have the ampersand, that's the funny name for the and
symbol. Yep.
That's right. Which actually was part of the alphabet at one point. Did you know it was an official letter of the alphabet?
I didn't know that, and I don't believe it.
Well, you have to go look it up.
I will later.
Who knows if I'm to be trusted with things to do with that. But it's one of the few monsters that has two monster names. Because the two separate entities bouncing around.
Sure.
A couple of my favorites for the rare thumbies are Abutt and Castillo. That's Abutt, A-B-U-T-T. And Castillo, C-U-S-T-Y-L-L-O.
Very good.
And a couple of the other Rare Thumpies nicknames are references to a couple of the levels from the original Thumpies game, such as Doin' and Day and Dripple and Bass. Those were several of the songs that were available in the Thumpies game that we released before My Singing Monsters was just a twinkle in our eye.
Very cool.
For Bellowfish, there are several references here to a specific TV show, and there's one that I'm particularly proud of. I think it's hilarious.
Okay.
If you're familiar with the show, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay. I'm
It's
excited.
Airman Trout. Because it's Bellowfish. That's
Now a reference to 2 shows.
That's right. And one of those in there is also Sawl, S-A-W-L. There's also Grinf and Heisen with a Z or Z.
Oh,
and
boy.
Manka. Lots of fun ones there for the Bellowfish, the Crystal Mech ethereal hybrid. The Rare Dragon is unique because it heats up its symbol-like plates that are on all 4 of its feet and uses those to actually create an updraft that it can glide around on. So several of its names are references to famous aviators or otherwise figures from history who have embarked on journeys up into the sky. There's Wilbur, there's Lindbergh, there's Aldrin, some fun ones in there for the Rare Dragon. Brumps, the Wublin. Brumps nicknames are good references to some of the non-final species names that we were thinking of.
Okay, so these are ones that didn't quite make the cut.
That's right, and I like a lot of them, and that's why they ended up making their way into the nicknames for that monster. There's Dreg, D-R-G-G, Zimple, Plugs, and Heave, H-E-E-V-E. Heave. Pixelodals, nicknames are references to the pixels that make up part of its anatomy. There's Vasselcania and Gettelmere are in there. Fangler, so switching over to Dawn of Fire for a second, Fangler has one of the best, I think, secondary names that almost made it in as the species name, and that's the Otto Tuna.
Oh, boy.
Which I really like, and I think that one's particularly funny.
You appreciate that.
And then I also included in the list for Fangler, sometimes we just like to throw in some nice human names in there. Douglas is one of the nicknames.
That's my kind of
for
nickname.
Fangler.
Good old Fangler.
And then Stog, also from Dawn of Fire, but now of course rediscovered in My Singing Monsters on Firehaven.
That's right.
Has a couple of other working title species names such as Stegocinth, Moogle, Zinap, stuff like that.
Oh, I remember Zinap.
And Epic Yule has some very good ones. They have Scrampus and the Night Kring as a nickname, which is, of course, a reference to a show that many of us enjoy, and that's coming back for its final season later this year. So, here's my exciting fact. Are you ready for my exciting fact?
Oh, wait a minute. Someone's coming in. Can I get the music here? Oh, I'm getting an alert. I think just before the amazing, incredible fact, we have another winner for
Number 2.
the Schmoochle Contest.
All right.
Let's queue up winner number 2.
It's Fondue by Karen Robinson.
Congratulations,
Karen. Fondue, the second of our names.
Excellent. Of course.
I think it's very cute.
A reference to fondue.
What reference are you talking about? I thought it was a reference to a baby deer and droplets of water upon the grass.
A deer enjoying morning dew on the grass.
Or a boscus, perhaps?
Maybe a boscus.
A young boscus.
Maybe a bobble.
It would be, I just thought of a great idea for a future Instagram post, which I'll keep to myself.
Yes,
if you're not following our Instagram account, it is a great opportunity. There's sort of a cool segue here because our Instagram account, a lot of the times we have some fun and we create some references or some parodies of various things to do with the human world, references to pop culture, references to popular TV shows and movies and music and stuff like that. And we happen to think that they're very clever. We happen to think that they're fun.
I can remember a very enjoyable one with Epic Yule.
Yes.
That feeds right into
what we were just talking
pop
about.
culture we were talking about. That's right.
But the one that I was...
the amazing fact?
That's...
It's just
Instagram. Fondue. Oh, I was saying I had a good idea for an Instagram. So follow us on Instagram if you don't already. That's Instagram.com/Epic My Singing Monsters.
That's right.
So, here's the big fact.
Okay.
Other than the individual dipsters, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, who all share a collection of nicknames, there are only 2 other monsters that exist in different classes of rarity that share the same set of nicknames. I went through and double-checked this.
Wow.
And there's only one. If the community... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it to the community.
We're going to see.
I'm going to put it to the community. I'm going to say, do you know... Excuse me, I burped. Do you know which one I'm talking about? That's 2 monsters. They're the same monster, but of different rarity classes, i.e. one could be a common, one could be an epic, one could be a rare and an epic, or an epic and a common. I can't remember which combinations I've done. But that have the same list of nicknames. I'm gonna let that sit with the community for a bit because I'm interested to hear what they have to say, or if they are able to.
We have some
identify.
answers.
Yes, which one is it?
People are saying Box Boy and Rare Box Boy. So
Who's Box Boy?
Wabox and Rare Wabox.
It is Wabox and Rare Wabox. So
very well.
there you go. That didn't take very long,
done.
but that's the one. It's Wabox and
Winner
Rare
Daniel.
Wabox. That's right. Ding 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 ding. So there's some of the research that I conducted on nicknames in my Singing Monsters.
I just want to give credit where credit is due. The first answer I saw was from MSMA Hokey Pokey. So
Well, Hokey Pokey, you
Shout
know
out
your
to them.
stuff.
Congratulations.
So I'm going to put away this priceless artifact inside my little satchel here.
Speaking of congratulations, I want to say congratulations to Cubwax for becoming our newest subscriber.
Hey!
Thank you so much for subscribing.
Thank you, Cubwax. We
You are now
appreciate
eligible
that.
for the subscriber giveaway that we do at the beginning of each episode. So, here's hoping your name gets pulled. With that, I think we will move on to some questions.
And then perhaps peppered throughout
Oh,
the questions.
I'm getting a look from off camera that
maybe
says
we
maybe
should,
not.
Maybe we should do another one. Number 3.
Number 3.
Let's do number 3.
Okay.
Because you know what? I think Michael's absolutely right. If we do this much spacing between them, the program will last 5 hours. So, number 3 of our winners is, drumroll please, it's EXO by
Jack
Jack
Turner.
Turner. Congratulations.
Very good
Jack,
selection.
the 3rd of our winners. All right. You
Excellent.
got some questions for me,
Oh,
Eric?
have we ever got some questions
All right,
for
let
you?
me roll up my
Bratty Matty.
sleeves.
The old Matterhorn.
I think I liked Batman and Robin, directed by Joel Schumacher. I really liked that one.
I almost said Stu Matter, but I thought that's far too confusing.
That's perhaps a little bit far.
Okay, Magnoli 339944450 wants to know, who thinks of other nicknames? What's the nickname process?
The nickname process, it has varied throughout the years of my Singing Monsters. When we had more of a think tank that was established, which was really, I think, during the era of when we were looking at the Wublins. We had a lot of nickname by committee happening. Back then, people had submitted names. The monsters had been designed at that point, but we were trying to finalize the names, and then there were votes that were cast. And this took place back at our old office, and it was in the room, and people raised their hands, and it was very democratic. It was very fun. A couple of the names that I was fighting for didn't end up making it in. But that's the way the continent crumbles.
And I'm
That's
sure the
way
ones that got in
continent
are still
crumbles.
very excellent.
Oh, yes,
It's
yes,
just,
yes.
you know,
I was
the
just
best of the best.
I was just attached to a few of them.
I
But again,
understand.
of course, many of them made their way into the nicknames. Anyway, so that's how the way the nicknames were. A lot of them were submitted by the artists who worked on the monsters. And now, I believe, it is monster handler Sydney who has the official responsibility of nickname coming up with the dude.
And she's doing a great job.
She is doing a great job.
I said.
Hi, Sid. Everyone say hi, Sydney, and give her the purple hearts that she's known for in the chat. I would like to see that.
I'm not sure the best way to ask this, so I'm just going to read it, and you correct me if I get this wrong. Both in the name of the person who submitted it and the question. If you know, Brintnall Lori wants to know, how do you pronounce Schmoochle?
Not like that.
No.
It's Schmoochle.
This is why I told you to correct me. I had a feeling there'd be a secret in
Yes, it's all about the sh sound. Schmoochle. Schmoochle. Yeah, it's not smoochel, it's schmoochle.
What does the Tweedle say again?
The Tweedle goes, did you hear?
Did you hear it? Smooch.
Very good. I like the way you tied those in together there.
All came together. At Cubwax wants to know, was Bill the Mammott named after one of the nicknames for a mammoth in game? Like
Bill the Mammott.
so.
I mean, I know of Bill who works here at Big Blue
there's
Bubble.
there's Bill who works.
I think there might be
here.
some confusion
Very
there.
very nice guy.
Yeah.
And there is a nickname for Mammott that's Bill, but I don't
I think Bill was the one who wanted the namesake in the game.
I think Mammoth's just his favorite monster.
I believe it's his favorite monster, and that's we gave him a bone.
So that's the connection there.
There you go. Excellent. Angelina Fiddler wants to know if the monsters were human. Crazy idea. Would their species name be their last name? That's very interesting.
So, for example, if a Fangler was named Autotuna, would it be Autotuna Fangler?
Or Bill Mammott.
Or Bill Mammott in the example that was just provided.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I'd be tempted to say that it wouldn't be formatted necessarily with a first name, last name. I don't know if that's necessarily... I think the mononym reigns supreme in the monster world, like Cher or Madonna.
So, if there is a Fangler named Douglas, it would simply be Douglas, the human.
That's right. Michael, do you have something to contribute?
I was going to say the similar thing would be we don't call ourselves Matthew Human.
Right. Or Matthew Stewart, like he said it.
Wait.
Matthew Human!
Matthew Human, that's what he said.
You don't use human as your last name?
Well, that's why I was saying, like, it wouldn't be
It wouldn't be
Autotuna
like that. It's
Fangler.
not quite the same.
But you don't do that.
No.
Oh,
you
I
don't.
have to change some things.
What, were you submitting paperwork on my behalf? What
No,
were you
I
doing?
just, Eric Human is all over my IDs. This is a disaster. Okay, Maxley wants to know, what does the monstrous language sound like?
So the monstrous language is one of the most dynamic and intricate languages in the monster world because of the fact that all the different monster sounds that can be made are mutually intelligible with each other. So a noggin's tapping of its head can be read and interpreted the same way that a reedling's flute spines. So there's a lot of like different dialects, but that are all understood with each other. So the monstrous language doesn't sound like any one thing. There are like multiple dialects depending on which monster it comes from. There are a few tiny exceptions to that rule. The rare reedling has a very specific dialectical variation that you need to have your reedling dictionary handy in order to be able to whisper its specific language through one of its ear spines and go, "Did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear?" Yeah.
Love that.
So
Well-
let's take a break in the action for our questions and do number 4.
Listen, I had a better segue, if you don't mind letting me do my bit.
Let you do it. All
This
right,
next
fine.
question comes from Monster Handler Michael, and it says, what is the number 4 winner for the Epic Schmoochle Naming Contest?
All right. That was better. All right. I'll let you have that one.
Let's see it.
Loved One by Jake.
Very nice.
You know, it's funny,
Congratulations.
this one always gives me pause when it comes to pronounce it, but then as soon as you get it, it's very clever.
Yes.
So well done, Jake. I really like that one.
Love it.
I'm always like, loved one. Oh, loved one!
I predict questions about how to pronounce that in the future.
It's a
Very good.
great name, and congratulations, you are winner number 4.
Okay, pushing right along with the questions. Magnolia33994450 wants to know, one of Rare Quibble's... Woo! Let's try that one more time.
Rare Quibble is Rare Quibble's
That's-
nickname.
yeah, that's my nickname.
There you go.
One of Rare Quibble's, formally,
Yes.
nicknames are Evelyn and Evelyn. Is that a reference to the music project and album Evelyn Evelyn?
You know what? I bet it is, because, as I mentioned before, some of the artists who work on the monsters are the ones who provide the nicknames for them. And because Quibble, Rare Quibble, no, not one of the first monsters that came out, but like still a ways back in terms of monster discovery history. I think it is.
Quite likely.
Quite likely.
Okay.
You know what? We should consult. Maybe I'll follow up on that one.
That's one we'll come back to.
That's one that we'll come back to because I'll have to ask one of the artists because the musical tastes at among the monster handlers is very eclectic.
Of course.
So there's all sorts of exciting stuff in there.
Lots of variety. Bobby Boyo wants to know, do you look at what other people nickname their monsters?
I believe we do have the ability to check that, but it's not something, if I'm not mistaken, that you can see from inside the game. If you're a player of My Singing Monsters, you can't see another user's nicknames. That's so that, I mean, we do that for a couple of different reasons. We do that so that if they're are a couple of saucily named monsters that we can keep My Singing Monsters a family-friendly environment.
That's right.
And it's a lot of, it's a data that's stored, I think, locally on your device and not necessarily bounced out to that.
One thing I would say is when people share with us their monsters on social media, that is some place where we definitely do look at those and we'll pass those around.
Yes,
Of course.
that's true. Especially if they're clever and fun and cute.
That's
which
right.
they very often are.
Joey1 2006 wants to know, if you nickname a Quarrister, does that mean all the Quarrister heads have the same name?
So the interesting thing about a Quarrister, right, is that there's all these separate consciousnesses. They start out as individual creatures that fuse together. At that point, there's a bit of a hive mind thing going on, I think, with the Quarristers. The physical fusion, I think, allows them to trade thoughts and thought processes a little more easily. So I think that a Quarrister, when it is fully formed, and the various heads have come together to create the full Quarrister, that at that point, the name sort of applies to the entire entity.
Very cool. Bobby Boyo wants to know, what's the inspiration for Epic Fwog?
So I asked the artist who created Epic Fwog this earlier today.
Excellent. Let's hear your research.
And it sort of started out one way and then eventually ended up going down another route.
Oh, that doesn't answer anything.
But that other route is inspired by boglins. Do you know what those are?
No.
I think I've got that correct. Boglins. They're like just heads, and they're sort of creepy heads. Do you remember that? I think it was a toy. What?
Not to be confused
Not
with
to be.
bobbles.
Couldn't be baubles.
Could be Boglins.
Could be boglins. Yes. So I think that was especially the spikes atop the head of the Epic Fwog, sort of inspired by that boglin physique.
Okay, I think this will maybe be the last question. I think
Okay.
it's a very important one to figure out. Rub_V wants to know, if an Epic Fwog were to slap a regular Fwog's paw, would it be a high 4 or a high 3?
Split the difference. It's a high 3.5.
High 3.5.
You heard it here first.
There it
folks.
is.
Okay, great. Is it time for number 5?
I think it
At that
is.
point, we'll be halfway through our Epic Schmoochle nickname reveals. So, Michael,
yes.
are you ready to cue it up?
Yes, this one I'll let Eric announce.
Okay.
Oh, I do love this one. This name is Dos Cocos by Marissa Lynn.
Congratulations, Marissa.
It's just so fun to say. Dos Cocos.
Dos Cocos. I love it.
Okay. You know what you don't always love is a little bit of stuff.
No, it's trivia, please. Please.
So,
All right, be good to me.
this is listen, I didn't pick these questions.
I know you
I'm
didn't.
gonna start with that. The first question.
I gotta get comfortable, so I've got maximum.
I'm gonna let you
thinking.
pronounce the name because
Okay.
this is our good friend who was once a ma.
Apenas un bocaja.
There we are. Perfect. This is the question. List 5 nicknames for ma. Like the existing ones.
Please.
You only have to do 5.
No.
There's a whole list.
Yes, but that. Oh, this is great. This is great. You know why? Because I'm gonna get you on a technicality. Here you go. Here are 5 nicknames for Ma.
They have to be.
No, they don't. It doesn't say anything about it in the question. Licky,
it got
tonguey, mouthy, pimply, and warty. There you go. There's 5.
Yikes! Come on.
I have no idea.
It got added here
I mean-
by Judge Monster Handler Sydney. That it has to be from the list of names below.
Well, then I'm going to pre-stamp myself.
Stumped.
Pre-stamped. Do you remember that?
I mean, I don't know.
Oh, that's right. You
I don't
weren't
really know
there.
anything about that
when
whole
you
thing.
right. That's
I
right.
was
You
mad.
weren't there. You had no contact.
On YouTube?
On YouTube? No, I didn't get a chance.
No, but
usually
to fill you
check
in,
but
to fill you in,
Uh-huh.
there was an alternate universe. There was a different timeline that was completely different than our own, in which imposter handler / human expert Matt had a voice like that, and he didn't get any trivia questions wrong. And when he was correct, he'd go stamped.
Oh wait, he didn't get any wrong because you always get them wrong? Is that the inverse?
You had to bring that up, didn't you?
I'm just doing the math in my
You
head.
had to bring that up. All right. Okay. So I clearly. Okay. Okay. Let me try and get at least one.
Okay. I really hope you do.
I was looking at these earlier,
Okay.
so I really have no excuse. For Maw... I got no. No, I don't even have one. All right, list them off for me. Do you have a list here?
But let me start out with this.
Okay.
Remember when you made up your nicknames? Mouthy is on the list. And if you had submitted that formally,
We would have
been at least one.
Well, that's a reference to the bio, right?
Well, I'm just saying, you listed it off as a joke when it actually would have been a correct.
Yeah, don't try to be like, oh,
because I knew it was
all
connected.
along.
I did know it was connected
Okay,
all along.
here comes the list.
All right, lay it on me.
Arsenio, Dee, Dietz, Dottie, Doug, Furball.
Doug.
I'm going to say Goba, Gobah.
Yes, that's another reference to Thumpies. Go Bop. Go Bop.
Gord.
Go Bop.
Lump, Malang, Molar, Monroe, Mouthy, Mung, Pinky.
Pinky I should have gotten.
So there you go.
I had a Pinky mod.
Thank you so much for that stumped question. On to the next one.
0 for whatever.
Grumpy Galvana has a question for Grumpy Matt. One of Galvana's nicknames is an anagram of another monster species name. Which nickname is it, and which monster is it an anagram of? Ah.
I'm pretty confident that it is an anagram of Wabox.
Okay.
And I believe it's Zubao.
Yep. Winner again, yeah, that's correct.
X-U-B-B-O-W.
Yep, you got it.
Yes, 1 out of 2.
Congratulations.
Winner again, yeah.
We're on our, what was
All
that?
right.
What was that thing again? Stamped.
Stamped.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
I'll stamp myself with approval.
Storm Snake 25 asks,
Uh-oh.
on
Don't like
what
a snake in a storm.
what day did the Season of Love 2017 start?
2017.
Yep, just the number. No need to.
What date
name
they're
the
looking for? The calendar date.
Yes. You know, not like Tuesday. Just month, number.
Okay.
I hope you can get the month.
I think it was February 1st. No, January 29th.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Stumped.
What was it?
February 3rd.
3rd? Ooh, back in 2017, we must have had a wonky calendar.
I mean, yeah, let's blame it on the wonky.
Yeah!
calendar.
All right, let's take a break and give me a moment's rest here from all of this
And we'll see
trials
another
and
winner?
tribulation. Yes, we'll see another winner. Number 6.
Let's go. It'd be nice to see a winner on this stream.
It is Romance by Kimberly Tattershield. I love that one.
Congratulations.
This was one of my picks.
That is very
Romance.
A lot of fun has to say.
Yes. You gotta have a lot of you gotta have a lot of rumble in there.
Romance.
That's great.
Whew.
Ugh,
Okay.
didn't like that.
You didn't like how much rumble was happening at the same time? One more time, let's do it one more time. Romance. That's great. Alright.
We're gonna shake
Poor
the mic.
Michael's poor Michael's ears
We're shaking both
are
mics.
bleeding over there. Alright. Keep them coming. I feel like I've got a good feeling about this next one.
Decide Do asks, including love trees and love rocks,
Yes.
how many coins and diamonds does it take to buy 3 of each one of the Season of Love decorations?
Including the trees and rocks?
Yep. That is a lot of math.
I'm taking out my calculator.
Personally, I would allow this if other judges want to step in.
I thought you were walking off set for a second there.
That's it. He's
All
out.
right.
We have to have a time limit on this math. Can't be here all day.
I'm doing well. Don't worry.
Okay, he's doing well. He thinks he's
Don't
gonna get
forget
it.
bedmass.
Yeah, don't forget bad math.
What does bedmass stand for, Eric? Can you tell me?
Ooh, brackets. Is it exponents? Exponential? I just know it's in that category. Division, multiplication,
Oh, no.
addition, subtraction.
Congratulations.
Winner Ganya.
Plus.
Yes, winner. Okay, no.
I don't know if I've ever gotten that before. It feels good. Have you ever gotten it before?
Yeah. Plus 4. Plus.
This is some long math for somebody who said it
Yeah.
was going to be a quick
I
I was
calculation.
doing bed math. He was doing bad math. Come on.
All right. I'm gonna take a shot at the dark.
Let's go.
All right. So I'm gonna say in the neighborhood of 350 diamonds. I'm gonna say 354 diamonds, and then in terms of the coins, I'm going to say
I'm watching. This is
11,250,000.
stumped. But here's the thing.
Pretty sure my coins were correct.
You nailed the coins.
Yeah,
Let me double check, but I'm pretty
It
sure.
was 11,250 Sorry, 11,250,000.
Yes, that is correct.
So the coins I got.
And the diamonds, you said 350?
But the diamonds, I think I bungled my obstacle decoration costs. If we were just doing the gargle oil and the chocolate fountain, I would have been fine. But I think my obstacle decoration costs left a little to be desired. So I said 354. What have you got?
381. Very close.
Well, but still.
I gave you
so
both.
is that a half mark? Both. Look at that.
look at both.
Win Stumpy Ant. Stump the Ant.
Win Stumpy Ant.
Win Stump the Ant.
Okay.
Romance.
Well, with that perfect split down the middle, maybe that's the perfect time to jump from here into the activity, but maybe we sneak in a Schmoochle winner first.
And lucky number 7. That's my lucky number.
Lucky number 7.
All right.
Let's see this winner, please, Michael.
It's Coco Light.
By the Gast fan.
Did I do that?
Congratulations.
Could be anything. Coco Light.
Yes. You'll have to ask how to pronounce that one.
I like.
I also heard it at one point in the office called Coco Latte, which I don't think is necessarily correct, but
You know what?
Could
That's
be.
the best part about nicknames is that you can pronounce them however you want. I mean, Canadians we say Z, other Americans say Z. That's the beautiful thing.
that's right. Okay.
Life is, there's differences are in the plan.
That's right.
Eric.
For our activity today, let's give a quick rundown. Do you know what's happening? Do you have any idea?
No, tell me what's
Okay.
happening.
So here's the idea.
What are you doing, Michael?
I'm here for the activity.
Oh,
That's
he's
right.
excited.
Michael is going to be a judge today.
Oh,
His
no.
dream position ever
I'm
since the
getting
last time.
back for all
Don't
the times
pu-
I've been judged.
That's right.
That's right.
I believe
it's a role
I'm
reversal.
also a little in the dark, but I think I have the right idea.
Okay.
So first, there are going to be 3 category of monsters suggested, and the audience will get to pick one category.
Uh-huh.
Then, that monster will appear on the screen,
Yes.
and you and I are going to have to nickname it,
Okay.
as well as we ask the audience to throw their nicknames in. So then what's going to happen is Sydney and or Michael will grab a name from the audience, and it will be thrown in against our names, and there will be a winner. And that's really the long and short of it.
I have what the first 3 are.
Okay.
So we're going to be
and then is it the community that chooses
Yes, the
which
community
one?
will choose which one we
Okay.
do.
And that won't be an official poll. We'll just see what the popular sentiment
That's
is
right.
off the bat. Okay.
Fun activity.
I think
Now,
that's gonna
are we
work.
supposed to have whiteboards for this, or are we just going to riff on it?
Oh, you were originally
I don't
supposed
think
to have...
we need-
you don't
I think
need
we
it.
can
I
roll
don't
with
think we
it.
need
All
it.
right,
We
let's
can
go.
just say it.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
So, would we like to nickname a natural, a wordo, or a wublin?
Okay, so we will let
The community
weigh in.
Yes.
So-
what is your strategy going to be?
My strategy is going to be to try and incorporate something to do with the sound that they make,
Smart.
and then possibly try and combine that with some aspect of their appearance. But it depends. Sometimes that's easier said than
Of
done. And thinking of the 3 categories that are being presented here to the community, which were natural, wordo, and wublin, it sort of depends. Excuse me. Because if, for example, wordo is chosen, then we're
I
really
have an
going to have
answer.
to be
What we're doing.
lyrically motivated. All right.
Okay.
We will be doing... Now, this was close.
Mm.
It does start with a W.
Yeah. Oh.
Very close. We're going to do a wordo,
All right.
Oh.
specifically.
Yep.
We shall be doing... Now, if you look to the screen, gentlemen,
Okay.
you will
I'm
see
looking.
the monster that you need to nickname is... Dun, 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 dun. Oh, no. Where'd they
Dun,
go?
dun, dun.
Woo-doo!
Dun, 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 dun,
Magpie.
dun, dun. Oh.
Okay.
There it is, perched.
Yes.
As
Just
so.
off to your
Here
side.
we go.
So, you guys will come up with a nickname for this.
Okay, and the community
And the
will come
community
up
will
with one
come
as
up
well.
with
Okay.
a nickname,
Okay.
and then we will decide. Yes. So, put on your little thinking hats.
All right.
And we'll
Do we have a
see.
time limit? We should probably do this quickly.
Yeah, you should do it quickly. I'd say I'm going to give you once I've found a name from the chat
Yeah.
to present. Then we can go from there.
Ooh. I'm struggling. Also, I feel like I showed my hand by all these previous Matt nicknames. My sense of humor has been revealed.
Uh-huh.
But
Monster
Okay,
Handler.
so I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna say mine first.
Ooh,
you wanna
okay.
name your first?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, even though it's not necessarily the correct color, Magentlala.
oh,
Magentlala.
So that's spelled Magentlala. Magenta. So there's
Very
your
nice.
first one.
Okay.
Again, not really. I don't want people to think that I think that magpie's a magenta color.
I
But
did.
it shares the MAG, right?
I do have one here that I will be presenting on behalf of
The community.
the community.
All right, Eric. Then it's just
Okay.
yours.
Let me give you my first brainchild that I unfortunately had to leave aside.
Yeah.
But my first logic was magpie, pie, pumpkin pie, purple. So I was trying to go in purple and pumpkin. Nothing satisfactory.
Pumpkin.
Yeah, it just nothing sounded nice.
Nothing came out.
So instead, I've decided to go with my second option, which is Verbal Johnson.
I don't think that'll win, but we'll see.
Oh, okay, listen.
What? Immediate judgment passed.
The community I will be submitting from Cosmic Princeton.
Yes.
Okay.
Winter, spelt Wynter.
Well, that's
Winter.
nice.
Winter.
Certainly connected to
Winter.
its habitat on Cold Island.
Something we both ignore.
That's true.
Yes. So
Smart.
I believe we will now be allowing the chat to vote on those three.
Okay.
Okay.
They were, yours was
Magenta,
Magenta,
Verbal Johnson.
Verbal Johnson,
and Winter.
and Winter.
I thought verbal was good.
Uh,
Are you saying verbal or furbal?
Verbal.
Verbal.
And yes, if you want to choose, community is for Winter, Matt is for, I keep forgetting what you
Magenta,
Magenta
and Verbal Johnson.
and Verbal
Verbal
Johnson.
Johnson.
Yes.
I wanted to
So
incorporate the voice element.
Yeah, that's good.
we will let that vote go in.
In the meantime, shall we announce the next winner?
Oh, that's a good
You
idea.
know what? We can do that.
I think that's a good way to
I think
sort
that's,
of.
listen, I think that's a great idea. I
Thank
think
you so
have
much.
Lots of
Thank
great
you for your
ideas.
support.
This-
Hey, you know what? I'm very happy
It's
to be
very
hosting
lovely
these
to
days
work
with
with you every Friday.
There you go. There's your next one.
It is Cupid by
by
Brendan
Cupid.
Schuster.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Very nice.
An excellent
Very-
This, I think, carries on the grand tradition of taking a familiar name and spelling it in a creative, monstery way.
That's right. We're no stranger to that. Lots of that in the monster world, right?
Absolutely.
So I will also now tell you what the next three that
Okay.
people will be voting on.
And people can start,
A rare,
uh-huh.
a celestial,
Mm-hmm.
or an ethereal. And then I'm just going to wait for the votes to come in.
We will
and
let
then I'll
the
announce.
fans vote. Speaking of the fans, we have a new subscriber. Princess Waddle 331. Thank you so much for joining the
Thank
party.
We really
you.
appreciate it. And what a great username as well. Princess Waddle.
I love
can just see it in my mind.
Yes.
A
Now,
waddle wearing a little tiara. Very cute.
make sure to use the emotes that are now available to you.
That's right.
I know there are quite a few. I'm sure Sydney will throw some in the chat. Very fun stuff. One of the best parts of being in the chat is being able to use those emotes.
So,
Well-
so these latest three were, if I'm not mistaken, a rare, a celestial, and a what?
Ethereal.
Oh, a rare, a celestial, or an ethereal.
And we have a winner for...
What do you think is going to win? We have a winner?
Oh, we've winner.
With 42% of the votes, Verbal Johnson.
Verbal Johnson.
I did it!
After
community
all that,
knows.
I can't believe it.
Oh, thank you so much. There's so many people I want to thank. Let me just look in the chat here.
At least I came in second, it looked like.
Jaden1847, Random Purple Bottle, Flummy Flummox, Monster Master at 930. Thank you all so much. I wouldn't be here without the love and support of you
So
guys.
what's our next category?
Our
Michael?
next one
which
has
way are we leaning?
overwhelmingly been Celestial.
All right.
Ooh.
And
Sort of,
who do you think it's going to be?
The celestial? Well, I don't know.
Are we talking revived?
Plixie. Yes.
Oh.
Flexi.
Boom, got it. No problem. Oh,
You ready?
I'm so
Okay,
solid.
so why don't you give yours first while I continue to think of mine?
Okay, you can't steal me.
So yes, Plixie community, give your suggestions for a nickname. And Eric, please tell me yours.
Brainchild. I don't like that silence. That's genius. Look at the cute childlike
Yes,
figure
it's like
with
the
brains.
brainchild. All right, I actually think that
It's-
one's very clever.
It's
And it was so quick. I gotta get bonus points for that, right?
no bonus.
All right,
no
so-
bonus here.
So
Okay, then I'll come up with backup.
So mine
I'm kidding.
is inspired by the fact that in every form that it takes, the Plixie's brain is very visible.
Oh, you don't say. What a good idea for a name.
I'm not done. And so, inspired by the structure in the brain, the
Listen, Michael, old Michael Dropsy over there.
There you with the nicknames again. So mine is Colossia. That's
Whoa.
Callossia. C-A-L-O-S-I-A, named for the structure in the human brain, the corpus callosum, which I believe is the thing that connects the two hemispheres of your brain together.
Well, keeping with what you two have suggested, I have one from the community here.
Oh, let's hear it.
It is?
It's Kit's Unelasting is the name.
Not the nickname. That's
Not
the
the
name of
nickname.
the user.
And
Kitsune,
the
I
name
believe.
is Cerebros.
Oh, that is good.
Cerebros. Very good. Okay, so those are the three
Those are the
Yeah,
three to
to
vote on
choose
for
from.
this
So
round.
we've got Brainchild, Colossia, and Cerebros.
Cerebros.
Hmm.
So once again, same thing. The poll will soon be opened by Sydney, and then you can vote for
Thank you,
community,
Sydney.
Thank you,
Matt,
Sydney.
or Eric.
I think this is a very strong showing from all three groups
yeah.
involved. This
Any
is,
of
I don't know how
these-
we'll be able to top this.
At any point, if you had said, "Oh no, that's already a nickname," I would have 100% believed it.
I
It was
agree.
already in the game. Those
I
are great.
agree. Those are very pretty.
Not to toot my own horn, but I might include
Hey,
it in that.
it's My Singing Monsters. There's a horn to toot.
That's right. There's always a horn to toot.
Always a
the
horn
new
to toot.
tagline of My Singing,
Singing
Monsters.
Monsters.
We're always tooting. My
All right.
Singing Monsters.
Shall we do
Yes.
number? Which one
Yes,
are we on? Are we on
our
eight?
third. Oh yeah, right. No, 8.
Wow.
I thought you guys wanted that other category, but no. Yes, we'll do our
Yeah,
number
let's
8.
see another winner for the Epic Schmoochle Naming Contest.
Did we do?
We must have.
Oh,
Then
wow.
that
Did we
means
do this?
that- yes,
We
we
did.
did.
We
Okay,
did
I
that
That
one.
means
so
we're
we are
to
on
number
9.
Wow.
Number 9. Number
We have
9.
I like
Gump.
this one.
Gump by Kayla Kujawski.
Wow, congratulations.
Congratulations.
An excellent
Kayla.
name. Life is like a box of chocolates.
And also the classic Gump sat alone on a bench in the park. My name is Forrest, he casually remarked. If anyone knows what I'm singing, please let me know.
Please validate.
Please
Matt.
validate me and my childhood
My
interests.
mind went there too. I just wasn't as ready to recite the lyrics.
I
You were
did.
on top of it.
Wow! Oh my goodness, we currently have a split.
No!
40 with 70 votes. I'm going to see if another vote. This was a much more people voted on this one.
Oh,
A
really?
split. I will be
It's
the
holding.
deciding factor.
Oh,
As the judge.
What do you say, Michael?
As the judge,
So what's the tie? Can we hear that first?
it's between community and Matt.
Oh, okay. Well, all
And-
the names were great, so I appreciate it.
The community wins.
With
Therefore-
Cerebros.
Wow,
Cerebro.
congratulations. That is an excellent name.
Excellent.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
So,
very good.
our last 3 here to
To choose from.
choose from will
Categories.
be. Now I'm gonna posit this to you guys. What categories of monsters have we not done yet?
I've been so focused on the naming. I don't
Seasonal would be one of them.
So he's
Rare
just gonna tell
ethereal.
us.
That's
Well,
my
I
favorite.
didn't want you guys to.
Seasonal,
No, it's good,
rare
it's good.
ethereal,
Please,
rare
and
ethereal.
What's the last one?
An epic.
Oh. Okay. A seasonal, a rare ethereal, and an epic.
Yes.
All 3 of those in the category of special monsters.
Special monster.
Seasonal, rare ethereal, and epic. Special, of course, noting their relative value and difficulty to procure,
Ah,
and how valuable they are.
incredible. Well, maybe
I think I said that twice.
We'll get the name one.
That's very-
Nickname.
I'm
Nickname.
calling it.
Oh,
Though I did see some seasonals in there.
Sprinkled in, yes.
It's gonna be epics.
All right.
Epics
epic
it
Now,
is.
which
And-
epic
And
is
which
it going
epic,
to be?
if you keep your eyes fixed to the screen.
Oh,
you will
fixed
see
on the screen.
Epic.
Epic
Ooh.
Tweedle.
Now this leaves a lot of fun, I think.
Yes, we
Epic
could
Tweedle
go. We could
is
go
out.
any number of directions.
So community, give your
This is-
suggestion.
it takes some
Uh,
power there.
I will be keeping my eyes open,
Okay.
and you two think up what you think a good nickname for Epic Tweedle would be. Epic Gamer Moment is a good suggestion, but that will not be good. Did you hear?
Someone saying, "Did you hear?"
Yeah.
I've been spending this entire time mimicking Matt.
Hey,
I haven't been
don't be like
thinking
that.
Of a nickname.
All right. I think I've got one. Here's mine.
Okay.
It is chartreuse, but this is spelled SHARTROOZ. Chartreuse. In to acknowledge its peculiar coloration. So that's mine. Chartreuse. Chart Ruse.
Very nice.
Yes.
Mine is a little off the wall because I spent so much time
Yep.
trying to copy
Your
the
brain
pattern.
is rattling around
But-
your brain.
I think I have the pulse of the people.
Okay.
I think I know what they like, and so I've decided to go with three-eyed flying potato. But I love you, baby.
Very nice. Very nice. I don't think that's gonna fit because
Three-eyed flying potato, but I love you, baby.
Yeah, the whole thing.
unfortunately there's only 16 characters for a name.
No. Well, this is just for fun.
I do have the
take the
communities.
first letter of each of those words. What would it be?
I'm gonna type this up.
All right.
Well, you guys do that. I'll let you know what the community one is.
Okay.
Please.
I did like. I'll tell you one I liked, but no, I won't do that. I won't.
Don't tease them.
Don't
Michael.
tease them. Oh no, the chat's going and now I'm losing it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay. Well,
It
in the
was-
meantime, the short form of mine is Tef Blub, which is pretty
Tef
good.
Blub.
Tef Blub.
Tef Blub.
I don't know who it was, and I feel bad because I can't squab up.
Can you
scrub up-
control F and find it?
I can't because it's gone by. Batrix is the name.
Batrix.
Batrix is pretty good.
Like Beatrix, but Batrix.
I like that one a lot.
So if you could tell me who said that, Sydney, that'd be great because I would love to let them know.
to give them the credit
Right.
where
Yes.
credit is
So to
due.
review, we have Batrix,
Batrix.
we have
Chartreuse,
and we have three-eyed flying potato. But I love you, baby.
shortened to Tef Blub. Tef Blub.
Yes.
Tef Blub.
Once
That's
again,
TEPFB.
There's another space,
There's a space.
There's
Tef
Tef.
Blub.
and then Blub.
Totally contradicting our earlier statement. Monsters don't have first and last names. First
Well,
name Tef.
it's one name. with
It's
a
one
space.
name. Okay, fair
Right,
enough.
we
One
can
name
add,
with a
we can add
space, like Toe
dash.
Jammer.
We can add a dash if you.
would you
suppose.
guys
species
like
name.
to? You know what? There's only one more.
Well, let's save it perhaps
Let's save
for,
it.
the, for the end.
the grand finale.
I didn't want
That being said, it is not
overstep.
the top winner. All the winners are equal.
Equal
I want to
value.
make that clear, but this will.
And
we will
all
have
of the
fun.
winners are going to be winning an Epic Schmoochle. Now, perhaps now's an important time to mention that the Epic Schmoochle, despite the fact that we know what it looks like, which was imperative for our nickname contest,
That's right.
has still proven elusive in
That-
terms of the monster handlers being able to convince it to stick around long enough to buy or breed.
It's
So-
very, very sneaky with this sticking its finger
Yes,
in.
being
and
able
just
to
getting a bit of that.
just getting the
fountain.
chocolate fountain.
And yet when caught, a very, very,
Very
extroverted-
demonstrative. Yes. Very much so. Yeah.
It likes to
Do you want to do one head and I'll do so?
Oh, here you. Oh, so you'll be the.
I'll be-
Okay.
it's just the
and
way
I'll
it-
go. There we go.
Very
Nice epic.
Beautiful.
That's our Schmoochle impression.
We have the results from what the community.
Yeah.
enjoyed.
Ooh, let's hear it.
I'll let you announce it because you can see it.
It is an overwhelming victory.
A landslide at
for
82%.
I'm not looking.
yours.
Yes! Tef Blub!
Tef Blob.
I knew it. I knew that people were behind me. I have so many people to
You've
thank.
got
I
your
just-
pulse. You've got your pulse on what the community wants.
I have
Good
to thank
job.
Seabass Streams 87, Bonnie Cakes, the Great Galvana, Justin 88, Chris Well or something. Thank you guys all so much. I wouldn't be here without all.
Though I think that was a lot of fun.
That was a very fun activity.
And you know what? We learned a little bit more about the process that goes into the nicknaming tradition.
That's right. And some excellent names.
And some excellent names emerged. Some very silly ones, some very clever ones, and some ones that are beyond description.
But I just meant specifically the fan names.
Oh yeah, they were
Were
great.
wonderful.
They were great.
Very
And
excellent.
I think that those are ones worth celebrating. So, you know what? You know what I think would be interesting?
What?
And here's just an idea that I'm going to throw out there.
Whoa, okay.
Let's ignore for a moment who won each
okay.
of those particular.
I can understand why
ones.
you would say that.
But
yeah.
what are your thoughts on including the communities, the ones that were selected for the polls, to be officially included as nicknames in My Singing Monsters?
The names they came up with?
The names that the
their names?
community came up with. I think it's only fitting for this episode all about nicknames that we cap it off with, in addition to everything that is happening with Epic Schmoochle Nicknames, let's get the community nicknames in there and put in the game.
I think
What
that's
do you
a great
think?
idea.
All right, shall we do it? Shall
Yes,
we seal the deal?
Let's seal the
All
deal.
right, so,
and this is for you as well.
this is for you as well. That's a handshake there for you. So, if I'm not mistaken, those names are Winter.
Yep.
They are
Memory test.
Cerebros.
Yes, Cerebros.
And the third one, Batrix.
Batrix.
All right, so those will go in as new official nicknames for Magpie,
Yep.
Plixie,
Yep.
Struggling.
and Epic Tweedle.
Yes. Congratulations.
Sometime in the very near future.
To everyone who suggested
You know what?
a
I
name.
think that there's no better way to sort of wrap up that activity than to reward the community's intense creativity.
You know what else? A great way to spotlight the community's intense activity. Activity? Well, maybe. We don't know. I hope you're all very active.
Is to quickly go to
Monsterpieces. Let's
Spotlight.
see
Let's
what
see
you guys
they've
have
got.
sent in. Oh, this person right here.
Whoa! Seabass
All right.
87 has here some very cute and anatomically correct depictions of some recent epics that have been.
These are great.
The reason I say anatomically correct is that they took care to not include any feet for the Deej.
Right.
The Deej is
Yes.
a monster that only has its paws, and it uses those to walk around, sort of like the way that someone on crutches might.
Do you have a
It's sort of like a swinging, or like more like a gorilla, right? Knuckling. I really like the size of the spikes on Epic Fwog, and I think that the detail on the hands capture, but I also love the expression on Epic Deej.
That's what.
I
Oh,
have Deej as well.
I was gonna say Epic
Very
Mon.
cute.
I love Epic Mon's face.
Epic Mon looks very rascally
It
in that
speaks
one.
to me on a
Yeah,
spiritual
Epic
level.
Mon looks very rascally in that one. From
What?
Story,
From Story.
Here
this
we
is
have
Pom Pom.
Pom Pom. You know what I like about this Pom Pom?
What's
Are
that?
the shiny black eyes. It's sort of like a Pom Pom that's been done in a new art style.
Yes.
Which is one of my favorite things that happens when we have community artwork, is when someone puts like a new spin on, because we have a pretty established art style that we
Sure.
use in My Singing Monsters, but it's always exciting to see them re-envisioned in
That's
different
right.
art styles. So thank you very much, Story, for
And-
sending this in. It's looking great.
Action pose. Love it.
Yes, in midair
Always
leap.
exciting.
In midair leap.
Whoa.
Oh, look at this.
The Forklord has here the Epic Schmoochle looking pretty fly. You've got
Very
the head
cool.
on the right there, pretty contented.
Yeah,
Taking it
definitely.
pretty easy. And it looks almost like it's posing for a selfie.
Yes.
Throwing up the peace sign.
You got the one side being like, "Hey, I'm Epic Schmoochle," and the other side's like, "Yeah, I know."
A self-assuredness.
Yes, that's right.
Yes,
Really
I
like
love
the
that.
detail in the background too. The little hearts there.
It reminds me of the starburst that appeared when Epic Schmoochle was revealed in our Season of Love 2019.
That is right.
Looking
That was
great.
from Amino as well.
Oh, well,
From
thank
our-
you so much to the
from our
Amino community.
members, Amino. Look at this.
Oh,
This is Twampires, a very exciting combination of what seems like Tweedle and Grumpire there as a username. Another version of Epic Fwog. You know what's amazing? Epic Fwog just came out 2 days ago, and look at the amazing artwork that's already being produced by several members of our community.
and I love seeing the aspects that each artwork focuses on. I really get a sense of glowing from the horns in this one. I really enjoy that.
Yes, they do look very luminous. Although I will notice that the number of toes on this Epic Fwog may perhaps the thumbs are tucked in under. You know what? That's what it looks like, sort of. A moment of love between two Epic Schmoochle heads from Donka di Pango, surrounded by a beautiful heart and all the little hearts that appear above their heads. You can tell that there's a lot of affection happening between these two monsters. It's a beautiful thing.
Very nice.
It's very nice. Whoa,
Oh.
Galactical Crew has submitted here what I can only assume is their design for a brand new monster,
It does.
which I believe is called the Holaalian.
Yes, maybe I think they've combined it to whole alien.
Holaalian. So it's maybe like Hola, hello, and
Yes.
alien together. Because I'm definitely getting an extraterrestrial vibe, although, of course, in this case, it would be extra monstrual vibe for the monster world.
I was expecting
Something
a
like
pun,
that.
but that was.
Yes. Whoa! Here from Kitsune Lasting, we have some fan art here that depicts, from last week's episode, the exciting interaction between monster handlers Matt and Michael when we did our fun Valentine's activity, and the "You Word Me Out" Valentine is finally being delivered to Parlsona.
Isn't
Who looks
that
sort of
nice?
apprehensive about it, but I hope that Parlsona appreciates.
I think it definitely
It was
does.
hard work.
It was heart work.
Hard work.
Heart work.
I very much appreciate Michael in the background there.
Ah.
Another Epic Fwog.
Delango Designs. This Epic Fwog, again, this is another great example of like redone in a different style, right? The proportions have been changed, the position of different features has been changed, but it's still very recognizably the Epic Fwog.
It's got two
This one
Fwog looks like it's up to something.
I agree. It looks almost like it's just finished playing a prank, perhaps inspired by the Hula's hijinks.
Quite possibly.
Yes. And here we have
another distinct style of Epic Fwog.
Epic Fwog. This Epic Fwog looks like it might be native to Water Island and is observing one of the exciting fauna that is present down there in the unfathomable depths of the living ocean, a jellyfish.
There's a lot of natural beauty being portrayed. There's a lot of sparkles you can see in the eyes.
Even in the eyes, yes.
How amazed
and the
Epic
shine
Fwog
on the
is.
lips. Perhaps the Epic Fwog has applied a lip gloss in order to be more schmoochable.
For everyone who's been to an aquarium and seen jellyfish swimming around, it really is a magical moment.
It's
a crazy thing.
A life form that seems barely of this planet.
Amazing.
They're really wild. And here we have from
Wow.
Quasar Parlsona saying, "Me?"
This seems like it could immediately follow up the end of that Season of Love trailer.
It is,
Seems
which is still a mysterious
Yeah.
sort of the identity of the voice
The
that appears
voice.
at the end there. We still don't quite know too many details about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that before the Season of Love is over, that we'll get some answers. But who knows?
I hope
If
so.
you recall from last week, did you watch last week's episode, Eric?
I caught up. I try to watch every episode that I
But
can.
notably not the
But you
one.
didn't watch
But
the-
notably not the one that
I missed.
stamped.
I missed one episode.
All right,
Just
we won't
one.
give you too hard a time. But last week I announced how many hours that Schmoochle will be available. So if someone wants to do the math, you should be able to know just about how long the Season of Love is going to last this year. 27,360 minutes, and that's it. So that's
it.
That's how long.
Well,
So there you go. So
That's awesome.
we've got a couple more things before we wrap up the episode today.
Boy, do
we
we
of
ever.
course have to list off our final Epic Schmoochle nickname winner.
Of
but
course.
perhaps now's the time to do our giveaway winner.
Oh, okay.
And then maybe we
could
can
do that.
conclude the episode with our last
Yeah.
Epic Schmoochle nickname.
And a reminder for the giveaway prize: it will be an Epic Fwog.
An Epic Fwog, which is great. A newly released monster to add to your collection. Couldn't be better timing for this particular giveaway prize.
That's right.
So, do we have a winner?
It's right up there. Would you like to announce it?
It is Rub V.
Congratulations!
Rub V, you are the winner of an Epic Fwog, so please whisper at us on Twitch and let us know what your BBBID/friend code is so that we know to deliver the Epic Fwog to the right account in My Singing Monsters, and then it can be all yours for the low, low price of $0. It's very exciting. That's what a giveaway is.
And then you can
don't
nickname
pay. That's what's great about it.
And then you can nickname your Epic Fwog.
Oh, and tell us what you nicknamed
We would
it
love
to,
to see what you
because
nicknamed
that's
your
sort of the
Epic Fwog.
theme of the show.
That's right. Speaking of,
Nicknames.
should we look at our final Epic Schmoochle
Oh,
winner?
I would love to.
These nicknames, of course, will be in the game. All the previous 9 we've shown, and here it is.
It's Bon Bon Clyde
Wow.
by Larry Mantic.
Congratulations, And
Larry.
Excellent name.
Yes,
Very
another
good.
great pop culture reference, but that cleverly combines the Epic Schmoochel's appearance as a confectionery-themed monster.
Candy and pop culture.
Candy and pop culture.
Pop rocks culture.
Oh, very good. It doesn't get much better than that. All right, you know what? This entire episode has come and gone, and I haven't given you any nicknames.
That's right.
You've given me many.
I have literally an entire sheet here of nicknames for you. I will now. Look at that. Got a whole list.
Yes, you know what though? I think that we should focus on you for a second.
Okay.
And you know what? I just have one nickname for you. It's just one, and I feel it really encapsulates everything that I feel about you, Eric. Even when you stump me,
Even
with
when I
your trivia
stumped
questions,
you.
even when you throw puns at me when I'm
I
not
throw
ready.
a lot of puns.
You know what my nickname for you is?
What's that?
Friend.
Oh.
Hey.
With that. If you guys have a
And you're
nickname
my
for
friend
me,
too, Michael, and you too, Sydney. But Eric's here, so you know all the love
If
goes to
people in
him.
the chat want to throw a nickname at me, please throw it to us on social media. I'd love
And
to
use
get one.
hashtag MyStreamingMonsters to send any future monster pieces that you might have
That's
to us
right.
so that they make sure that they are included in future episodes of My Singing Monsters. Come up with those nicknames for Monster Handler, Eric.
Growing up with a short name, there weren't a lot.
That's true. There's not a lot to work with there. But maybe now that you have a Monster Handler designation, there's
That's
more that we
right.
can sort of work in.
I can't wait to see what people come up with.
All right. Well, that's our show for today.
That's
so, we conclude the show the same way every time. You ready, Eric?
I sure
Here
am.
we go.
Do you want to do it? Wait, do you want to do the rumble?
Let's say. Oh, say it like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes. Happy monstering!